CBS Young, and The Restless. Spoilers Wednesday, full the 27th of May, 2026. Welcome back to our channel, Y and R Family. It is a beautiful day to unpack the absolute madness unfolding in Genoa City. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive right into the latest explosive updates from our favorite soap. I cannot believe Billy Abbott right now. I mean, I have been watching this show religiously for years, since way back when the drama felt raw and real, and I have seen some truly despicable, low-down things happen in Genoa City. But this takes the absolute cake. I am typing this up late at night. My blood is literally boiling. My hands are shaking on the keyboard, and I just need to get this out of my system because I know you guys get it. Are we seriously supposed to sit here and watch Billy Abbott, a man who knows the exact soul-crushing, world-ending agony of losing a child, use a pregnancy to gloat, to rub salt in Adam Newman's deepest, most agonizing wounds? It is sick. It is actually genuinely sick, and I am not neutral about this at all. I have always had a love-hate relationship with Billy, but tonight it is pure, unadulterated hate. Let's just break down this confrontation because I am still vibrating with rage over the sheer cruelty of it. Billy actually goes out of his way to seek out Adam. He walks up with that smug, insufferable, arrogant smirk on his face, you know the one that makes you want to throw your remote at the television screen, and he just drops the bomb that Sally Spectre is pregnant with his baby. And he doesn't just share the news like a normal, happy father-to-be. Oh no, he weaponizes it. He knows exactly what he is doing. He is looking right into the eyes of the man who held his lifeless daughter, Ava Hope, and he is deliberately twisting the knife because Billy Abbott can never just be happy with his own life. He has to make sure Adam Newman is miserable. It is a sickness with him. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's really look at Adam's reaction, because my heart completely shattered for him. The sheer devastation that washed over Adam's face when Billy said those words, give the man an Emmy right now. You could literally see the ghost of baby Ava flashing before his eyes. You could see the breath get knocked out of his lungs. Adam is still so deeply, profoundly traumatized by that loss. He and Sally went through absolute hell in that hospital room, and the fact that they didn't get to take their little girl home is a trauma that Adam carries every single second of the day. And Billy, who lost Delia, who cried over her tiny shoes, who should be the one person in Genoa City to understand that kind of bottomless grief, is using a new baby as a petty scoreboard. I'm sorry, but Billy is dead to me after this. Dead to me. How do you come back from that level of emotional terrorism? And the tragic, horrible irony of all this, we know what is actually happening with Sally in the background. While Billy is out here parading his impending fatherhood around town to hurt his rival, Sally is living an absolute nightmare. She has been pushed to the absolute brink by Billy and Jill's toxic, relentless doubts about the paternity. She fled in a blinding rainstorm, completely broken, and she crashed her car. She is losing this baby. So Billy is gloating over a pregnancy that is currently ending in horrific tragedy, just proving once again that he is completely disconnected from Sally's actual emotional reality. When Billy finally finds out what his arrogance and cruelty have cost him, I don't think I'll even be able to muster an ounce of pity for him. Am I the only one who thinks he brought this devastating karma entirely on himself? Okay, taking a deep breath. Let's pivot, because the Abbott family isn't the only one spiraling out of control tonight. We desperately need to talk about Victor Newman and Phyllis Summers. Oh my God. Phyllis, what are you doing, girl? I have loved Phyllis for years. I love her fire, her drive, her absolute refusal to back down. But right now, she is an absolute train wreck. And Victor has officially gained the upper hand. And the most infuriating part, he didn't even have to lift a finger to do it. Phyllis is literally doing all of his dirty work for him by self-destructing. So, we know Phyllis went completely rogue and kidnapped Matt Clark. She tied him up in a dark, dingy basement, screaming at him to force a confession out of him about the Newman Enterprises AI framing plot. She thought she was a genius. She thought she had the ultimate trump card. She thought she could finally march into Victor's office, slam this recorded confession on his desk, and demand her freedom from Christine's legal witch hunt. But she completely underestimated Sienna Bacall. Sienna tracking Phyllis down, lurking in the shadows, and then knocking her out cold to rescue Matt is exactly the kind of chaotic, high-stakes twist I am here for. But now, Phyllis wakes up on the floor with a massive headache and absolutely nothing to show for it. Zero leverage. She is completely exposed, and Victor knows it because Patty Williams, bless her unhinged, chaotic, unpredictable heart, called Victor in a total panic. Patty had been acting as Matt's guide, thinking they were this unstoppable duo. But Matt, being the arrogant fool he is, rejected her. He told her he works alone and doesn't trust her. Well, you do not trigger Patty Williams' abandonment issues. She snapped, went totally rogue, and decided to sell Matt's exact location to Victor for a cool $2 million. And in doing so, she inadvertently tipped Victor off to the fact that Matt is no longer in Phyllis's custody. Victor is probably sitting in his massive leather chair at the ranch right now, steepling his fingers, sipping a rare scotch, and realizing that his biggest headache just solved itself. I mean, just think about the power dynamics here. Without Matt in her basement, Phyllis has absolutely no way to prove that the AI emails were faked by Newman Enterprises. She has no way to clear her name. Victor doesn't even have to actively destroy her anymore. He can just sit back, relax, and watch her implode under the immense weight of Christine's legal pressure. Michael Baldwin has been warning her for weeks to stop digging her own grave. But does she listen? Never. And honestly, I kind of love watching Victor win like this. Victor is at his absolute best when he's playing four-dimensional chess, and right now he is winning effortlessly. Though, knowing Victor, he won't just sit still. He's probably going to pay Patty that money and hunt Matt down himself. After what Matt did to Nick, causing that horrific car crash, Victor's going to want blood. And let's not forget Victoria Newman, because, of course, Victoria is circling the bloody waters like a great white shark. With the Memorial Day holiday schedule messing with our episodes, which I seriously hate because holiday interruptions are the worst, the show is setting up some massive cliffhangers, and Victoria, planning her own ruthless revenge against Phyllis, is definitely one of them. Victoria has hated Phyllis since the dawn of time. Remember all the drama with Nick, the affairs, the constant battling for Newman power? Victoria is going to use this moment of absolute weakness to stomp Phyllis into the ground, and I am grabbing my popcorn. I know some people are loving this underdog Phyllis era, but personally, I think she needs to face the music. But wait we have to go back to Patty Williams, because selling out Matt Clark to the highest bidder wasn't her only major move this week. Can we talk about this terrifying SOS call she made regarding Jack Abbott? I am officially terrified for Jack, even if he deserves it. Jack thought he was so smart, so incredibly clever, manipulating Patty to get back at Victor. He thought he could use her obsession with him as a weapon. Did he really think he could control Patty Williams? Have we learned nothing from the past 20 years of watching this show? This is the woman who poisoned Summer Newman. This is a woman who is highly unstable, deeply traumatized, and dangerously obsessed with Jack. And now she's making a frantic, disturbing emergency call about him. The rumors are heavily hinting that Patty might have slipped something into Jack's drink again, because of course she did. If Jack is incapacitated, drugged, or worse, this is entirely his own fault. He was playing with fire. Diane Jenkins warned him. She literally caught them in bed on a boat. Nikki warned him, but Jack's massive ego wouldn't let him back down. He thought he was the puppet master, but now he might be paying the ultimate price. I kind of want to feel bad for him, but I just can't. And speaking of people making terrible decisions, let's do a quick tangent on Chelsea Lawson. Her past is coming back to haunt her, and I am betting my life savings it has to do with her impulsive trip to Las Vegas and Adam's little kiss with Riza Thompson. Chelsea went all the way to Vegas out of pure paranoia and jealousy, and now she is about to face the music. I kind of feel bad for her, but also, remember Baltimore? She cheated on Billy with Adam. So isn't this just the universe serving up some piping hot karma? Contradicting myself here, I know, because my feelings on Chelsea are so incredibly mixed. One minute I root for her recovery, the next I want her far away from Adam. And don't even get me started on Elena Dawson and Devin Hamilton Winters. The news says their budding romance shatters unexpectedly and quickly. Good. Am I the only one who thought this pairing was incredibly forced right now? Devin is currently having these deep, heavy, emotionally exhausting conversations with Mariah about forgiveness. He is still traumatized by Mariah kidnapping Dominic. He does not have the emotional bandwidth for a new romance with Elena. Plus, the chemistry has been completely off lately. Let Devin figure out his trauma with Mariah and Abby before throwing him into another doomed relationship. It's just lazy writing to pair them up right now. Overall, this week is shaping up to be an absolute roller coaster of emotions. Between Billy's unforgivable, sickening cruelty toward Adam, Sally's impending and devastating tragedy on the road, Victor's masterclass in patience as Phyllis literally burns her own life to the ground, and Jack potentially being poisoned by a rogue, unhinged Patty Williams. I don't know how I'm going to survive the Memorial Day weekend. Wait! The writers are really giving us everything right now. The stakes are sky high, the emotional damage is off the charts, and I am 100% here for it. Let me know if you guys are screaming at your screens too, because I definitely need to know. I'm not crazy for being this invested